reality with imagination. This is something I done when I was 12-year-old. I can always remember when I was 12-year-old, well, sorry, I'll tell you, I go back till I was about 7 or 8. My uncle Tommy from London says to me, what do you want to be when you grow up, my number one nephew? And I turned around and hit on me, I want to work in Walsers, I want to be a D dealer, or I want to be a football player. All my family nearly dropped down D, as I say, fuck the dealing, that word for D dealer, right? Now, fast forward a few years when I hit 12, I started watching these interviews with a certain person. I'm not going to say his name, right? But I was absolutely fascinated to read these interviews, interviewing all these gangsters, and thought, this is absolutely wild, this is brilliant, this is the way forward in life. I was like, my football career was just really taking off. Even when I was only 12, I started playing football under 7s when I was 4 years of age. My stepdad was the manager, great manager. He was also a scout for Scotland. And then time I was 14, I was playing in West Lothian County. Time I was 15, 16, John Lambie used to be the manager of Partick Thistle. He wanted me, and so did a few other scouts. But the time I was 14-year-old, I was really knee deep in running about deals, right? Now, I met a lot of big faces, big names, blah blah blah, and I think personally, see when you've got a dad that's quite powerful, he's a bouncer, he's a very, very hard man, well respected, well liked, and everybody can vouch for that for him. He's well known in Scotland, and he's also quite well known in certain parts. Well, he's well known to certain people, big faces in England, like London, Manchester and Newcastle especially. But the thing is, see, never underestimate the power of your imagination, because when I was 13, 14, I started to like always constantly like, try and pour my heart and soul into doing illegal activities, right? Dealing, right? So even if I failed 3 times in the 1 month, I would keep trying, right? This is where now you say to yourself, if I could manifest on the bad shit and all comes my way, if I knew I was making loads of money, had all the nice clothes, had done the woman I wanted, like, you know, the older woman, and like I was going clubbing, clothes wasn't an issue, money wasn't an issue. But then like, the devil will go writing about me, because he started to really make my life an absolute misery, right? The things I can tell, once I get my proper real story out there, I will shock folk to the core, because it's mind blowing at the same time. There's been a good ending, thank God, right? Thank God. So, never underestimate the power of your imagination. So I ended up taking a wee note down, just because I wanted to just basically let folks see that this is the crazy part, right? When you're visualising something, right? Believe it or no, but you can actually, science proves that if you use your imagination correctly, it will eventually influence your brain and alter your neural synaptic to influence reality, right? Which is pretty crazy. In other words, that is saying, like, you imagine something, then your imagination can become reality. No, that's absolute facts, because now looking back, I wasn't ever really studying when I was at school. I got fucked out of school when I was 14 years of age, completely expelled for fighting. I got twice caught selling dope at school. Can really make an arse of myself, make an arse of my family, because I had a good family. And that's why I'm full of guilt. I was full of guilt, but now I'm full of happiness, and I'm proud to become a better person, and now I want to be a good influence, and I want to spread awareness and give people hope and let you see that, for one, that's not the kind of world you want to get yourself involved with. 2, it's not a life for nobody, because like you're sure about to go to prison for years, you get killed. And then there's loads of families that's all suffering at the back here. So it's no good for them. It's just not a lifestyle you want to do. If you want to hustle in the right way, get yourself a good job, grind hard, make money, make your family happy, make your family proud. You don't have to sell drugs, you don't have to be involved with that kind of world, because trust me, it brings nothing but misery. There, one of my friends got offered 14 years, it says no, he got end up getting 20 years, and then he killed himself in jail. It was just too much for him. Now, I'm not saying everybody does that kind of shit, they're bad people, but it's some folks got to do it to try and provide. Some folks don't got educations, and I believe all of that on the government programming is on the same way, making us all suffer. But at the same time, it's still no excuse. Hence the reason why I'm doing what I do. I've told stories about my past, and I want you to see that you can always recover and bounce back, become a much better person. But so the power here, I'm a great believer in, like, the universe is very giving, right? And this also study proves that imagine it has the same effect on somebody physically playing it. So if you keep imagining doing something, right, that has the same. So you imagine like me becoming a football player. If you keep imagining it, right, the power of your brain can end up turning that into reality, Whereas if you're going to actually physically doing it, you've obviously got ultimate chance of becoming a football player. But at the same time, it's like science proves that it's no far off the same balance of how you can become something. Like I says, when I was a young boy, I was manifesting and doing something that was illegal. Before I knew it, it was like God gave me a taste of medicine. He let the devil come into my life, and he shook me right up. I hear there's £5 a week, there's £10 a week sometimes, there's 15, 20 grand a month when you're only maybe 19, 20, 21 year old, living a high life, like casinos, with the Scotland poker champion at the time, old Phil, Ken, living the high life, like Ken, everything was all great. Because I was a gambling addict, so I was always depressed, because I was always losing thousands of pounds. Then I was a coke and can you have the addict, Ken, my life just totally went into turmoil, and I was self-destructive. And so I just want to spread awareness and want people to see that life is all about progress, and you don't always hate to be stuck in the rut that you're in. Now, there's other things I want to add into this video, but I think I've said enough. I think I've said enough so far. So just one other one wee thing, right? Everything in this universe already exists in the quantum field, right? So imply surviving your lifestyle, compare it to what you failed with, and then what you want to progress on. So if you failed on something, write it down. Write what you failed in, and then write down progress, what you want to progress in. So you've got a list of your fails, because I believe failure, that's the road to success. The more times you fail, like I kept failing to be a dealer, then I became a successful dealer. But that's not what I wanted. Now I'm getting all these opportunities coming my way, like a job opportunity. It's came from good sources. My name's been put forward with good sources, i.e. one, being something that's new to me all my life. Two,